Never forget that first and foremost, this is a cat channel. Stewie, do something cute. Actually, that'll work. If you would like to advertise on this channel, cat toys, litter box stuff, hit me up. So EV Jerks, I want to talk about Volta and the overall charging infrastructure going on here. I'm still consider myself pretty much a new EV user. I'm adopting myself to the new lifestyle. I'm in the cult now. But charging on the road was the same with the ID4 when I had that, and now with the Tesla Y. It's bizarre. So with a typical vehicle powered by gas, you drive around till whatever, and there's pretty much always a gas station right there when you need it. But when you're driving around in an EV, you kind of have this, I'm not gonna say it's range anxiety, but you're always aware that every foot you're moving, your energy level is dropping. And those, you're kind of looking for the oasis of where can I charge and where can I charge fast. I've found that fast charging is actually not really where it's at. It's important, don't get me wrong, on long trips. But there's times, if you're just stopped somewhere eating lunch, you can get plenty of charge to get to where you need to go. For example, I have been traveling to the Bay Area a lot because my kids play basketball tournaments and a lot of them are in the Bay Area. And thank God the Bay Area is kind of where these EVs have really blown up. So the charging infrastructure is all around. It's still not quite as robust as you'd hope, but Volta is a very interesting proposition. Now, why am I not mentioning ChargePort? Well, that's because I'm a cheap bastard. And ChargePoint costs money. Now, the charging rate is about the same as Volta for the most part, but Volta is free. And why is Volta free? Well, friends, they're free because you can advertise on them. Now, I checked into the rates. I contacted Volta. They did not comment. I reached out. How much does it cost to advertise on your network? And I heard nothing. Crickets. But I did just send the email like 5 minutes ago. So, to be fair. So the whole premise behind Volta is they're set up right outside of movie theaters. They're set up right outside of shopping centers. And they are set up also in random areas like a junior college parking lot. So one of those was in San Francisco. I think it's just called San Francisco Community College, maybe. Can't really remember. They had a couple Volta spots there and it baffled me. They're just random spots sitting there. There was no advertisement that I can remember. Maybe there was.
We're selling knowledge over here.
Really the only ads I've ever seen run on there are for Google. It's like, if you don't know who Google is, go ahead and Google Google. Yeah, everyone's heard of Google. There's really no need to advertise. So maybe they're just investing in Volta. But let's talk about investing in Volta. This is the most ADHD video ever. Volta is owned by Shell Oil. So what's your scheme there, Shell Oil? I think honestly, they're just probably trying to get a little revenue wherever they can. They're into selling gas, and if some of that gas revenue is going away, why not pick up some revenue there? What's the problem? They're in the business of powering transportation. That's the only way I look at it. But back to Volta and the paradigm shift. It's a company that has you're gonna wanna stop at a Volta spot because it's free. Roughly 30 miles of range per hour you're there. So when we were in the Bay Area, I would drive out there no problem. I still have half a charge. Now we're gonna stop for lunch. We're gonna stop at the junior college where they happen to have these Voltas. The games, including warm-ups, are gonna be about an hour and a half. I could put 45 miles of range on my car just during the game. And they typically have 2 games a day. Now I'm competing with other people that also have EVs. So you do wanna check the app and see like, hey, is this Volta station gonna be used? And I found that it didn't really update perfectly. You'd have to log out, log back in. It wasn't always accurate as far as were those chargers being used. But if you can get them, it's great. It's free charge, 45 miles just for being where I'm gonna be anyway. The other time is we went to lunch, we went to dinner. The malls have them. There's Tesla chargers right there. There's EVgo's there. There's Electrify America there. But there's also Volta there. And though it's not charging at the faster rate, it's free. And because it's not fast, you can just plug it in and walk away and you're not gonna worry about overage charges. Now you get 2 hours for free. There's also one local right by my house and it is a DC fast charger. Now with that, you do have to check in on the app. And when you check in on the app, you only get, I want to say it's 30 minutes of free charge. And in that time, you're getting a good 25 kilowatt hours added to your battery pack every time. It's super easy. And the one by me, no one uses it because it's outside of an Amazon, what do they call those? Amazon Marketplace, Amazon Fresh, whatever. It's their grocery store. It's just been chilling there forever. Never to sell a single grocery, but it's ready to go and the Volta stations are right outside. So here's my plan of action. Guys, shopping centers, put in like a bank of these Volta stations. You get a nice advertising revenue. You can advertise whatever crap you're trying to shill. Leave them with a lasting impression from EV people. You can talk about things only EV owners are interested in, such as self-contained fart sniffing machines. But I think this is where it's at. These little slow trickle chargers wherever you're gonna be normally. Huge opportunities, in my opinion, to put these are places like In-N-Out Burger. I noticed In-N-Out Burger in this area in California has tons of EV parking spots, yet there's no chargers in those spots. So really, why even have this spot? Throw in a Volta charger, that's kind of cool. But this is really where I think that the charging infrastructure should go. Advertisers ultimately are gonna be paying for it, and then EV drivers get a place to charge up for free for shorter periods of time. Again, at places you're already gonna be. Now, I ask of you guys, what do you think of this? Do you think that this is where it should go, or do you think no? DC fast charging only. And if you don't drive an EV, you're not in the cult. So Papa Elon and I don't care what you think.
Join the cult and Papa Elon will try to personally deliver Pepsi.
And the last person we needed an opinion on this is obviously Stewie. Stewie, do you care to comment? And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, you really still shouldn't do it.
I don't have an outro, so how about this?